What's going on, everybody? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today is Tuesday, September 29, 2009, and it's been a few days since I've last posted a video update, so I'm glad to be back. Hope you all are doing great. We're just going to go ahead and get right into today because there's a lot of stuff to cover, and I only have about 10 minutes to make this video, so let's just jump right into it. If any of this is unfamiliar to you or this is your first time, please go to the top of the blog and where it says click this first, or if this is your first time, please click this first. You want to click that, get the rules of the system, study it, learn it, and then this video will make a lot more sense. Otherwise, you'll just be kind of sitting there and just listening to my voice, and my voice can get very boring, so you will be bored. But if you read it and then understand it, it'll help you out a lot more. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to, again, kind of walk you through a typical day of what my chart might look like as the trading session is going forward. Trading the system, the Cowabunga system, which has been tested for years and has been proven to be effective. So let's just get right into it. And right now I have a cable, the cable charts. I have a 15-minute and a 4-hour, and I'm going to go to my 4-hour chart because we need to determine our trend. So I just moved it back to before midnight so you could see what it looks like. And right there, that's before midnight. You can see my last trend change candle was here on the 24th of September. And since then we haven't had any new trend change candles, therefore the trend is still down, and at the start of our trading day I am only looking for short trades. Now if I move forward for today's action, you can see that throughout the session we did not have a new trend change candle, which meant that the trend was still down. We still only look for short trades because there were no new trend changes. So that's pretty much it. You don't have to worry about the indicators here. Remember, the indicators only play in effect when there's a possible new trend change candle. But since the last one was still intact, that meant the trend was still in place, which is a downtrend. So we're only looking for short trades throughout the entire day. Okay, even though we did, if you could see by the candles, a lot of choppy movement there today. Regardless, the trend is still down. You only look for short trades. Okay, so now I can go to my 15-minute chart, and I'm going to move this to before midnight so you can see what it looks like. And first thing I want to do before I start trading is, of course, check out my news events for the day. And you can go to babypips.com and just click this tools tab, and it will automatically pull up the news events for the day. Now you want to make sure that this time zone thing is set to your local time zone. That way you have the right times to look out for. Now remember, we're only looking for news that affects either the sterling or the dollar because that's the currency we're trading. So for today, we did have quite a few news events. At 4:30 a.m. Eastern time for me, we had the GDP for the sterling, as well as a bunch of other reports, but the GDP was the big one, so we wanted to jot that down, 4:30. At 6 a.m. we had the CBI distributive trades, which again is for the sterling. And then if we go down, at 10 a.m. the consumer confidence was a big one, and that's for the dollar. So you want to jot those times down in just a notepad or something. And so for today, the news events that I wanted to jot down were at 4:30, 6 a.m., and 10 a.m. all Eastern time. And those are times that I don't want to be in the market because things can happen when news events come out. So that was the news events, and now I have those jotted on my notepad. I know I'm only looking for short trades, and now I can begin my day. So now I'm going to move my chart forward one candle at a time. Remember, each candle represents 15 minutes, so this is 15 minutes of my day. And remember, we're looking for short trades, so what I want to see is a crossover to the short side. And here I get one. This is at 2:15 a.m. So now I just got to look at my indicators. RSI is below 50, stochastics trending down. Now if you look at MACD, if I zoom it up a little bit, you can see that it was already negative from the candle before. So this actually cancels out the signal, and you wouldn't enter there because MACD was already negative. So no entry for me. And if I continue to move the chart forward, you can see that it did make a move down. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're out of a trade because of the signal and it turns out to be a winner. Other times it'll actually save you from taking a loss. So remember, just keep that in mind. So this one would have been a winner, but again, follow the rules. You got to stay disciplined. Otherwise, there's no use for a system, right? And we would just all be trading on emotion. Okay, so now here's the 6 a.m. candle. Remember, that was a news event. You can see a lot of volatility there. Again, we're still only looking for short trades because I haven't seen any new trend change candles on the 4-hour chart. And still I don't see anything. Okay, here we have a crossover. This is at 9:45, short side. Our side's below 50, stochastic's trending down. MACD is positive and has went negative. This is actually a valid signal. So what do? I want to enter at the close of the candle. No, I'm just kidding. I was just testing you guys because if you notice, this candle started at 9:45, which meant that it closed at 10 a.m. And if you look at your notes, you will notice that at 10 a.m. For me on my Eastern time, that there was news event. There was a news event coming out. So I would not want to enter this because it closes right at a news event. So although it's a valid signal, because of the news event, you don't want to enter. And that's just a hard fact rule into the system because news events can be volatile, can be sometimes not a great indicator of what the market is actually feeling. And you can just see knee-jerk reactions sometimes based on a news event. And so that's why we don't enter. And so I didn't enter on this one. And you can see there's the 10 o'clock candle. Not a lot of volatility, but still, because it's the rules, you want to stay out. Okay, and I just move forward, and you can see that at the time of this update, that's pretty much it. I'm doing this right at noon when our trade session ends, and you could see that we had two possible signals, possible entries, but one was an invalid signal, the other one was a valid signal, but it was right before the news event. So for me, I had no entries today, and you might have had one by mistake, and you might have came out a winner. You actually probably would have came out a winner on both of these accounts. But remember, as quickly as you can go from winning, you can also go right back to losing. So you want to stick to the rules, even though I know it's hard, and in hindsight you can see, oh man, I could have gotten more pips there. I can only tell you that from experience, that's not the way you want to go. You got to stay disciplined in the system. And so according to the system rules today, you should not have had any entries because of the rules. So hopefully that panned out for you, and if you did stay out, I just want to give you congratulations because you stuck true to the system, and don't feel down that you missed out on pips because there will be plenty of trades to come. Trust me, the market never sleeps. So that's it for today. No entries, but again, just because you don't enter the market doesn't mean you shouldn't be reading or learning or practicing some kind of form of trading or learning or education or anything like that, because that's what you need to become a truly great trader in this game. And if you want to succeed long term, that's the only way to do it. So that was pretty much it for today's update. I will see you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Cowabunga, dudes.